Welcome back to another video, everyone. My name is Isaac. Today I'll be talking about some things that you can do to make your NitroType videos easier to make without sacrificing any quality. Before I get started, there is a NitroType cache giveaway going on. I will link that video in the description. Make sure to actually watch the instructions in that video if you'd like to enter, because my giveaways are different than everyone else's and a lot of people enter incorrectly because of that. So please, if you have any questions about that, let me know in the comments down below. Let's get on to the first point. Alright, first things first, you definitely want to use a script when you make videos, especially advice videos where you're just going to be talking. It's a little harder to do with challenge videos. Most of the time I just lay out a basic plan on Google Doc, and then I'll just kind of go along with that plan. But most of the time, if you're doing an advice video, I'd recommend typing out an actual script, especially if you're really good at reading things out loud without making it sound like you're reading off a script. You're going to be doing alright with this, because you don't have to do as many retakes, because you know exactly what you want to say. You be much less likely to forget things. You can do this online on a piece of paper. It doesn't really matter as long as you're able to read off the script while you're recording. Another thing you want to do is adapt a style, a specific style, and this applies to both editing and making thumbnails, because when you're editing a video, you don't want to just do a bunch of random stuff and make it different every time. You want to kind of have a specific signature style. For instance, I'll have some background music going on. Typically when I do these types of videos, I will voice over like a clip of myself racing. And just having an automatic process for that makes things a lot quicker, especially once you get in the habit of doing it. And for my thumbnails, I always use a blurred background of an image relevant to the subject. I use white text with a black 3D effect, and I'll typically throw in something else that pertains to the video. Normally a car with a trail, but it can be a lot of other things as well. So just adapting a style is very important. If you have any questions about that, let me know in the comments. I think everyone should adapt a slightly different style. Of course, there are some styles that work pretty well, and I believe YellowTyper has some good videos about that. Definitely make sure to adapt a style. Another thing, for people that do giveaways, make sure to use Google Forms. Don't use the random comment pickers, because people can go on alt accounts and make a bunch of comments, and it gets out of control. If you use it on a Google form, you can have several advantages. First of all, it's easier than just putting a bunch of comments into a Google spreadsheet, which is what a lot of people used to do. I used to do that. It was a pain in the butt. Don't do that. The Google form, you just literally link it in your description of your video. People can enter. You can see all their responses. It's easier to manage than the random comment picker, and it allows it to basically, you can force people to prove they're subscribed, or subscribe to several channels if you're doing it in collaboration. It's just a lot easier to manage. You can do more with it. So I'd highly recommend using Google Forms or something like it whenever you're doing giveaways. Another thing is, not enough people use YouTube's features for creators. Schedule your videos. If you want it to come out at a specific time, don't wait to make the video till like an hour or two beforehand. Schedule the video to come out. A lot of people don't even use the scheduling feature, which I find is really silly. Another thing, make sure to reuse your details. Find one description that fits really well, and then all you need to do is change specifically the segment that talks about the video that you're making, and then you can reuse all the details, all of that stuff. All you have to do is change the title and change the brief part of the description that talks about specifically what your specific video is about. And the last thing is to do multiple things at the same time. What I mean by this is, while you're waiting for one thing to finish, you can be working on another thing. So, obviously if you're recording, you can't be doing other things, but when you're typing up the script, you can be thinking out, how's the thumbnail gonna look? While you're waiting for the video to export, you can be making the thumbnail. Or you can be like me. If I don't make a lot of mistakes in a video, and I know I didn't make a lot of mistakes in a video, I'll just let it go through the thing while I have the editor open and be working on the thumbnail. I also generally work on thumbnails for other videos in advance, and just having things lined up and ready to go makes things much more convenient. I do hope you found this video to be helpful. If you did, it'd be great if you could like and subscribe. I'm getting very close to 600 subscribers, and every subscriber matters to me. It really means a lot. So definitely do that if you enjoy the content. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you all in the next one.